You're listening to 94.5 KCFS, University of Sioux Falls Radio in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I am Zach.
I'm Tanner.
And we are joined by Nick, Thomas, and Bryce Job here on the air today. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing great, Zach. How are you?
Oh, getting better. I've had a cold, but healing.
Good.
Better, yeah.
I'm glad that you're better.
At least he sounds like Zach now.
Yeah, he did. When I talked to you yesterday on the phone, you did sound like maybe
the Crypt Keeper.
A few octaves lower. It was either higher or lower, one of the two. But you didn't sound like yourself, so I'm glad you're better.
Yeah.
It had actually gotten to the point where it was really creepy because he was doing James Hetfield impersonations better than I can.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
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 Lots of coughing. So we're here to discuss your new album.
Yes.
Came out Tuesday.
Yes, the album came out Tuesday. It's called Shadowars.
Yes.
One W. It's one word. I thought that was clever. So, yeah, it came out Tuesday, and we've been, it's been about a year in the making. I think I had come on the show a while ago
to preview some stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, do a little sneak preview thing, and it was Kickstarter funded, so the fans funded it. But it took, it just took a longer time than we thought. There was a lot more transition period between doing Spill Canvas and like my own solo stuff. So, that mixed with the Kickstarter incentives, those packages are just, it's intense. How many, there's like 600 some backers that we had roughly, and each of them get a package, and there's so many things to do, and it was pretty intense. We just finished actually some of the last, we had to repackage some vinyls, so we had sent those out last night actually, so it was a lot of work.
Yeah. So what sparked the decision to do a solo record as opposed to a Spill Canvas album this time around?
I think the solo record was always like in the back of my mind, kind of, because I had basically done Spill for 10 years or so,
right?
And was kind of originally it was a solo project, the Spill Canvas, but then it had evolved into a full band effort, and it was just where I had come in with nuggets of songs and whatnot, and it would kind of evolve into a full band song, so I think the decision to go that way was just a natural progression for me, and I wanted another outlet, and
sure.
I wasn't so tied up with playing outside of my band's name. I was comfortable with just putting Nick Thomas on it, so
right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but now Bryce is my new drummer here in the band, and Landon from Spill Canvas plays bass still with Nick, and we're actually just working out a new guitar player now for that project, and I think there's a lot of good stuff on the horizon, but
cool.
I think I'm excited about it. It's kind of surreal that it finally is out, because it's literally I think about a year or so.
Yeah. So Bryce, when did you come into the picture?
Well, Nick did an acoustic show on New Year's with Avian at the District.
That's
and
right.
My friend Nate, who I still play with every once in a while, recorded their set, and backstage he was talking to Nick about needing a drummer, and they chatted for a while. I don't know. I got a call the next couple days from Nick asking if I'd be down to
try it out,
and worked out. So
yeah, it's crazy. It's a new relationship, bandship, if you will.
Yeah.
Membership maybe.
Yeah.
But we have the same interest, in the same type of feel, playing wise. And he, it's kind of he, as a compliment, I think he reminds me of like a little Joe Beck, which is the drummer from Spill Canvas, and Joe and Dan from Spill, they have families and kind of are married, so they kind of are in a different spot in their lives, and it just kind of was it was kind of a natural progression, I think, just to go into something like this. But Spill is still, it's not, I wouldn't want to say it's officially broken up yet.
On the back burner.
On the back burner for now. So we'll do like a record cycle of this solo record and see where it lands from there.
All right. So for this new album, Shadowars, what do you think this album sets apart as opposed to your previous work?
Obviously, I guess with it being a different name and not being called the Spill Canvas under that moniker, it's like, I wanted it to be different stylistically. So I think I had put I didn't want it to be too foreign though. At the same time, so that fans of Spill Canvas could still relate. I mean, it's my voice singing, so I'm not exactly. It's gonna always kind of sound like that.
Yeah.
But I think the difference I wanted to make was just kind of I wanted to explore some other areas. There's some electronic feels on it.
There's even some R&B type
there's
stuff.
There's a little bit of R&B.
Just listening to it,
I get a
like,
little.
yeah.
A lot of people refer to JT on
yeah,
it.
I've heard.
I've heard Michael Jackson too.
Heard
actually.
some Michael Jackson, some JT. There's one song in particular, the 4th track called "Special Kind," that kind of I tapped into my love for both JT and MJ. Probably earlier MJ personally,
right?
But
because later, I mean, come on.
No, Man in the Mirror was the fall off point for me.
Yeah.
So,
hey, you're not alone. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Did it?
Yeah.
Rim shot. Yeah. So it's different stylistically, I think.
Oh sure. Should we play a track from it really quick?
I would love to. I
Any
guess.
pick?
Yeah, I guess if we're on the subject of it, because I have played these songs to death. Some of them are years old before I even recorded them. So, I would be down to hear "Special Kind."
Okay.
The 4th track and the most R&B that I've ever felt or sounded, maybe.
So yeah, we're gonna have more with Nick and Bryce up here. Coming up next here is "Special Kind" off of his solo album Shadowars here at 94.5 KCFS. Enjoy.
Yeah.
All right, that was "Special Kind" by Nick Thomas from Shadowars here.
Oh yeah.
We've got him here with Bryce Job, and Tanner is here too.
Oh, thanks.
That was meant as a compliment. I'm Zach.
Here.
I know.
He's in the house.
I'm
filming, so you'll actually be able to see this interview later
least
after I edit it.
At least I didn't say anything like "Tanner's here," I guess. I would never say that.
Yeah, because
Unless
look
he
at what
was-
happened last time you insulted me on air.
Oh yeah, you hit me. Remember that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got me sick.
Yeah. So this is
No,
not.
I'm not the one that got him sick.
You infected him with the virus.
I got sick over the weekend. It wasn't Tanner's fault.
Yeah, I haven't seen him.
I
I
wish you
hadn't
should
seen
get
him
sick
since
more
Friday.
You know who I blame? The mosquitoes.
You got
West Nile.
Yeah.
I got West Nile.
Yeah.
No. If you're gonna joke about that, you almost have to play that liner I made now.
Oh yeah, with who's to blame? Obama. Yeah, that's- politics aside.
Yeah, no
Politics
kidding.
aside.
So back to Shadow Wars.
Yes.
Who are some of your musical influences on this album? I'd
You
say?
know, I mean, I guess obviously I have a huge wide array of influences, and I think the record's kind of cool the way it the songs, some of them were older Spill, like I had written them during the time of Spill Canvas that we never, maybe we had tried it full band, or you know, I had just done it with my laptop and me, and we never demoed them out really. So it kind of spans over like from currently to like the last 5-6 years almost. I think some of them go back 6 years almost. And from that time till now, you know, I've had influences that range from, I'm a huge like Bon Iver, Bon Iver fan.
Boniver.
Boniver. I'm a huge Boniver fan, and but then at the same time, you know, I love, like I love Say Anything, and I love Weezer, like your shirt.
Oh yeah.
Wearing the Weezer Blue Album shirt. I really like Ray LaMontagne, like
That
like
kind of gravelly, kind of raspy
gravelly,
voice,
soul-y thing, and I think they all just kind of came into fruition, you know, that within the record, because there's some folky aspects, but then you know, I didn't want to skimp on the just rock tunes that kind of like Circles and Lines, the single, and Floating Towards the Light. They have that upbeat kind of old Spill feel, I suppose, in some of them, but I like all kinds. I mean, what about you? You got some influence?
Yeah, who's your drumming influences?
Yeah,
drumming influence.
Although Bryce did not drum on the record.
I didn't play on the
but
record.
Joe did. But it is, like I said, he's just he's a young clone of Joe. So.
Yeah. Well, like Nick said, he's played with Joe, like almost the same guys for
guy,
like 10 years. But like my upbringing was like a lot of jazz and funk. Like I would play in random combos, and like whoever showed up played out of a real book. Like I would be playing with different people every gig, you know. And so I don't know, like Tower of Power and
nice.
Oh sure,
all those like funk powerhouses. And I'm like really into like, you know, Bon Iver, Fleet Foxes, like Polyenso.
I've never heard of them.
Project. It's like Oceana. they're Polyanso now, and I don't
I've
know.
heard of that.
They're
actually.
kind of like remind me of Radiohead, just like super tasteful drums, like minimum, but like super tasteful.
I think that's a key word there, tasteful, because that's my favorite type. You know, that can have a cool, I don't know. And I think some of the rhythms, you know, on the record and the drumming on the record is very, you know, it's kind of in that same vein of kind of just tasteful and that cool, you know.
Yeah, and it'll be fun because like I feel with this record, there's a lot more electronic stuff going on, so it'll be fun to do that dynamic live with acoustic drums, as well as all the electronic stuff that's going on.
I could describe the album as very eclectic, I'd say.
Oh, thank you.
In style.
I'll give you your $20 for saying that after the interview.
Which is like, I love eclectic albums because it's never boring. It's never like stale. Like, you know, it's always change of pace.
Little differences, which that's my favorite too. I mean, I haven't listened to a record recently. Well, there's been a couple, but recently I haven't really found one that has the full record thing, like maybe Jimmy Eat World Clarity or something. That's like a old school one, but a lot of the Bon Iver, whatever the heck his name is, a lot of those have certain. It still is in the slower, you know, aspect of things, but I don't know. I think the eclecticness was something that I didn't expect to come out of it, you know, because it's felt kind of hodgepodgey to put some of the songs together because they're from different eras in my life, and it worked out though. I think we got it really good. Your dad did a great job.
Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah. Hi, Dad, if you're listening. Should we play another song from Shadowars?
I would love to. How about you choose one, Bryce?
I would say Floating Towards the Light.
All right. We'll play that one.
I heard it sounds like Fleetwood Mac. That's what I got. I got a comment on that.
A little bit?
Which I would love. I mean, that.
Wonder how much tickets are for that reunion tour they're doing.
I would pay that probably.
Yeah.
I would love to see that band.
So yeah, once we come back from this song, we'll probably do call-ins or something, more questions.
Yeah,
and
call in.
Oh yeah, for sure. 605-331-6696 is the number.
I was gonna do the whisper.
Once again, that's 605-331-6696. Right on. I do so many things. I love that it catches on.
I listen to your show a lot, so.
Also, you've heard some of the crazy antics in here when I've been in here with him.
Yeah, I have.
Oh boy,
Tanner beating me up, and
I've not heard the beat down yet.
But that was quite a while ago.
that was more verbal abuse. So
yeah, it more or less was.
That's funny.
Yeah, we got Floating Towards the Light here at 94.5 KCFS off of Shadowars. Enjoy.
Woo. Yeah.
That was On the Line by the Swellers here at 94.5 KCFS in Sioux Falls. I'm Zach.
I'm Tanner.
And we're sitting here with Nick and Bryce. How you guys doing?
Good. Hanging in there.
Fabulous.
So we're going to do, we encourage call-ins right now.
Let's get that call-in going.
So yeah, if you have a call-in, call us at 605-331-6696. Once again, that is 605-331-6696. So, until someone calls in, I have a lightning round of questions that I prepared. It'll be kind of fun. They're just fun ones.
The lightning round makes me think, answer.
Oh, you don't have to answer. You don't
that sounds more funny.
It's not like personal, like
like word association kind of thing.
So, what is one song that you wish you wrote for both of you?
For me personally, I wish I wrote Skinny Love by Bon Iver.
Oh, sure. Bon Iver.
By Bon Iver. or like any Eminem song, because I'm a huge Eminem fan. Which is really bizarre.
Two Trailer Park Girls Go Round the Outside.
Yeah, Round the Outside.
Round the Outside.
Yeah, that's just brilliant. It just touches my soul. Without Me by Eminem.
These headphones do not fit me.
Hey, you want these?
No, it works. It's good.
Okay.
That's because they're not set up fully right, Zach.
I think they're not unfolded right.
I was gonna say,
unfold that
that one.
There you go.
I like this lightning round already.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, this is pretty bad. We're college educated people here.
I know. How do I work these headphones?
You work at the radio station?
Yeah, I don't know how to work the headphones.
That's okay.
Have you met anyone famous that's left you starstruck?
Yes, I met Chris Conley from Saves the Day. I am a huge Saves the Day fan, and I geeked out. We played a show with Bright Eyes, which was really interesting. It was really bizarre, and I'm a kind of a Bright Eyes fan, and Connor Oberst, you know, is just a monstrous, you know, kind of talent and persona, and his mystique is very it's very apparent, and I wasn't even that big a fan at the time, and I was just like, wow, it's just has a thing like some of them have a thing about him. It was cool to meet the Goo Goo Dolls guys.
Oh, sure.
They're great dudes, but we did a couple tours with them, but they're so down to earth that your starstruckness just comes out of you.
Takes it away. It's
like I passed Adam Levine from Maroon 5 once.
Wow.
At a radio show, I passed him, and he smelled really good. He didn't say hi or look at me.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Yeah, it was pretty awkward. He smelled great,
Yeah.
but not my thing. But you know, he smells awesome.
Yeah. I normally don't get really starstruck, but I went to a Warped Tour in Colorado and like was backstage with Longinu Parsons from Yellow Card.
Oh, nice.
yeah,
Their drummer, and like I grew up listening to him, so when I saw him, I was just like freaking out.
Yeah.
And I got like a picture with him, and I was like super sunburnt, just like red,
Just like excited.
Cherry tomato.
Yeah.
I've actually met Yellow Card too. I met him at a signing at Warped Tour.
Nice.
And I tried telling a joke, they didn't get it. So it was like,
Yeah,
that sounds about
for
right.
the show, we were like stage side, and I was just watching him, and like Lonnie Robinson, he plays for Let Live.
Oh, yeah.
He
Oh,
was,
I
he
love
was
that
crazy
band.
band.
They're
Awesome.
He
so
was
good.
teching for what are they called? Of Mice and Men. Yeah, of Mice and
sure.
Men at the time. And so like you kept looking at him and like having him do stick tricks, and he'd like look over and do stick
just,
trick
like,
at you and just
killing it.
smile. Yeah. Just,
Yeah,
so he was a cool guy.
he's a great drummer too.
Oh, yeah. He
quit.
left Yellow Card.
He did
Yeah.
leave. I know Spill Canvas. We had done their last tour, their farewell tour, but it was unfortunately an acoustic tour. Cause
Yeah.
him and the singer were fighting, and then I know he got back in the band, but I guess he's gone now.
Yeah.
That's tough.
So I think they got the Amber Lynn drummer drumming for him now.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's playing with Amberlin and Yellow Card on Warped Tour.
So it's like he's
talking
gonna be
about a
tired every
draining
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's draining.
Man.
Just playing the 1.5 hour set
Right.
randomly every day.
It's just so hot.
Yeah.
Just imagine being in the heat all day, every day.
It's like a
tour.
sweaty circus of music,
Right.
minus elephants.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
It depends on what Warped Tour you're on. But
Right. So speaking of Warped Tour, what's the greatest concert you've ever attended?
Attended?
Yeah.
That's crazy that you say that.
And played. We can do played too. That's
I'll
another
do
question.
I think attended would be we did Seattle Warped Tour was near Seattle was this canyon. It's kind of similar to Red Rocks, but it's called the Gorge.
Oh,
and
sure.
the stage, their main stage, it's basically built in this downslope where it's all stadium seating, like a natural canyon thing, and then the stage is on the very edge of a cliff. And you look out, and it's just a canyon. It looks like crazy. It looks like Lord of the Rings, kind of. But Coheed and Cambria had a special headlining show that night,
nice.
and they headlined for a full hour on the main stage, and it was like you could walk around. I mean, any spot you stood at, it just felt so epic. It was just so huge, and
Oh, wow.
it looked like Lord of the Rings, only with a band. I
Yeah.
don't know if that makes any sense, but it was that was the craziest thing. It just took my breath away.
I
to
could see
that.
Claudio being in Lord of the Rings.
Right? And
Yeah.
just the music was like,
He could be Gollum, I'd say. Like,
he could be a cool Gollum.
yeah.
Yeah. That's totally cool. That's his voice right there.
yeah. Bryce, what about you?
That's such a hard one.
Attended
I've
best
been to
show.
so many shows. Well, I mean, obviously there's like the crazy shows, but like shows that I actually thoroughly enjoy every time. I've seen Augustana like 3 times.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
And every time I see him, like, it's been right after they've released like a new record, and I don't know, like he's just flawless live, and their whole band is always just really good. So
They're really good.
Yeah, I think they're just like an outstanding band, and I'm like really into their tunes. So
Definitely.
any chance to see them is like I have to
Sweet.
go.
For sure.
So let's get those call-ins calling. Let's get people calling.
Yeah, what's the deal? Like John from Arizona, I just talked to you.
We could have been
buddy.
on air with that.
Yeah, I just shout out to John in Arizona, but no one else is calling. So
Hey, John.
605-331-6696 is the number. Once again, 605-331-6696. So yeah, call in with questions.
got that down.
I say call like 5 times in the sentence. Call in, please call. You callers.
Don't forget to call, callers.
Yeah.
Oh, no calls.
Heed my call.
Heed my call.
Take heed and call.
And then it'll turn into all of a sudden, we'll be in the middle of something, and sure enough, someone will call in, and it's like, we.
Yeah, I'd like to request rap. Like, I'm just kidding.
Hey, could you play
Mac Miller, Donald Trump?
Yeah. But yeah,
I have a request.
yes.
Can I request something even though I'm
Yes.
on air?
Can you request a request?
Yeah. Can I request one request?
Yeah.
It's this band I've kind of been listening to. They're called Small Pools.
Yeah, I just played them actually a couple
You
songs
did?
while you're on the phone.
Dang it! Was it Dreaming?
Yeah, I can play another one though.
Oh my gosh!
I've got that whole EP on here.
Could you play another one for
Yeah.
me? That sucks. Could you? I didn't even hear it. Sorry, John from Arizona. I didn't hear my jam, but there's a song Over and Over.
Yeah, I'll play that.
That's a solid track.
Yeah. Do you want to play that and then go back on air?
Let's do that.
All right.
And we'll be hoping that some callers call in. So, I mean, if not, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, be that way.
Be that way.
This is your chance.
It's no big deal. It's just like, whatever.
People are just getting out of school.
Yeah. Get in your car with
was
your
gonna say
learner's
it's-
permit and call.
Well, summer school.
I was going to say,
Summer
it's got to be
school.
summer school.
Yeah.
I
man.
took government and summer school.
Online class.
I'm taking some online classes.
So yeah, here is Over and Over by Small Pools on 94.5 KCFS. Enjoy.
Yeah.
That was Small Pools with Over and Over here on 94.5 KCFS. And I'm Zach,
I'm Tanner.
and we're joined by Nick and Bryce here, and we have a caller. Caller, you're on air. Say hello.
Hello, my name's Alexis, and I got a message for Bryce.
Okay.
Tell him to get back to work.
Oh. Bryce, why would you do that? I'm sorry, Alexis, on behalf of Bryce, but why don't you explain this a little bit? Why did you say that to her?
Well, I've been gone for 2 weeks, and I haven't seen him, so I want to see him.
What do you have to say to that, sir?
You've been gone for 2 weeks, and now you're back, and you want to see me.
Yeah.
I think you should get this worked out with this young lady. I mean, what exactly is the problem here?
Let's not work it out on air. But I mean,
I was going to say,
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah,
personally.
personally, I meant personally.
Do you have a question for Nick or
Did you
Bryce
just-
musically?
No, it's just Bryce.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks, Alexis.
All right. Bye.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that was interesting.
I don't even know who
So yeah, call in. Once again, the number is 605-331-6696. Once again, that is 605-331-6696. Even Huey Lewis guy. I mean,
Come on, Huey Lewis.
Can you play some Huey Lewis in the news? Oh,
there we go. Yeah.
She hung up.
Oh yeah. No, I forgot the phone when it's off the hook.
How about some? Yeah, never mind. Go ahead.
Should we do some more lightning round questions?
Let's do lightning round questions.
Okay. If you could be in any other band, what would it be, and what would you play?
Oh gosh. Oh, what would I play? As if I were good enough to play that instrument. If I couldn't, what if I could not play drums that well, but I wanted to be in that band?
Yeah, that works too. Yep.
Oh, I would play drums in Braid.
Oh, nice.
Although their new stuff I don't like too much, but
The No Coast stuff that's coming out. Yeah.
I guess I've only heard a couple songs, but Damon, whatever his name is one of my favorite drummers of all time. He's incredible, and that was what made me kind of like drumming when I listened to Frame and Canvas. Oddly enough, how I got the name of Spill Canvas was
Oh, really? From Braid? I did not know that.
Kind of listening to that, and Canvas was in my mind a lot, and so I'd be in that band, and I'd be the drummer, or I'd be Eminem.
Bryce, what about you?
Can I be a different person?
Yeah.
I want to be Garth Brooks.
I've seen
Hands down.
the funniest part is that I've been to a karaoke bar with him, and he has done 3 Garth Brooks songs, and he knows all the words. He kills it. It's like
I don't even have to look at the screen. I can just walk around the bar with
He
the
just
wireless
walks-
mic and sing to people.
and it's the fast Chattanooga honky tonky
Ain't going down till the sun comes up.
Yeah.
It's a jam right there.
It's
That
like
is awesome.
country but rap.
Yeah.
Fast quickness with that. He's got that little.
You gotta get the breath control down,
He's got it.
That is awesome. I think if I were in another band, drum-wise, I'd be Jimmy Chamberlain from Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's just like he does jazz and rock combined so well.
He's a good drummer. I like that one.
And I'd love to be Billy Joe Armstrong, but that's just...
That's because you're like the biggest Green Day nut in the state of South Dakota.
I don't know, probably.
Hey, I have a question for you then.
Yeah.
You'll know this. Did he get a guitar here at a pawn shop?
That's just the first time hearing about it.
Because I heard that he bought a guitar at some shop when they played here, like
20 years ago. Yeah.
And it was the one that's in the basket case video with BJ in tape.
Huh.
That like seafoam green kind of.
I think he got it when he was a little kid, actually.
Okay, good.
But I think he might have bought one here because he's been here several times.
Yeah, I've always heard that and thought of it, and I thought about, and if you're the fanatic, I figured I'd ask you.
Oh,
So you're not a real fan, is what you're saying?
Yeah, essentially. Yeah.
Ouch.
I'm just kidding.
Wow.
If I was a real fan, I'd be like waiting at the airport for them to show up if they ever come here. Just like
So you've already thought about that.
thought about it.
So you're a real fan, okay?
Yeah, thought about it. Haven't pursued it. But
No,
Yeah,
he's
yet.
going to be the one hounding the hell out of them to get them in here if they ever show up in South Dakota, period.
That would be crazy.
if you think about it, though, they might come here because if you've watched interviews with him, he name dropped Sioux Falls in an interview once, like
Really?
5 years ago.
Wow.
He's like, we played anywhere, you know.
Oh,
Sioux
that's-
Falls, South Dakota. That's what
Yeah,
he
that
just
was
said.
like the first one out the chute because Zach had to
That's
show
pretty-
me this.
That's pretty crazy.
Wow.
I think it's because he knew the booker, Terry Taylor.
Oh, he knew Terry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Terry's incredible. He's helped me quite a bit in my journey. I think I saw Green Day Warped Tour Minneapolis. It was a Green Day was on it, and Blink-182 and No Doubt.
Oh, wow.
It was just like this enormous tour of Warped Tour, and I've never heard a band three-piece sound so freaking incredible.
Yeah, I
They
think
just-
that's because that was like the end before they got a new guitarist afterwards.
Yeah, they got that new fourth guy.
Yeah.
But and his guitar though was as a three-piece was just it like shook my guts inside, and I was like 100 feet away. It was so loud and incredible.
What's your favorite newer band?
My favorite newer band, mine would have to be. I really like this Small Pools band. I really like that. I like there's just I like this that band, that all girl band. It's like Haim. Or,
Oh, yeah. I've heard of them.
with that song The Wire, and like I kind of like them because they're kind of like you watch the SNL, like they perform a couple songs and they're like pretty,
Yeah.
but then they make like I'm shredding on a guitar
Weird
ugly
faces.
face. They like make ugly shred face, and it's like they're super pretty, and then it's just like
Doesn't the bassist look like Braveheart or something? Like
yeah, she does. She's like really pretty singing, and then she does the rock out face, and it's super funny. But it's like I can respect some chicks that can play better than I can. So, and their songs are really good. And I think that record was like co-produced by Usher, which is really strange.
Wow.
Yeah, which I thought was kind of funny.
Usher knows music.
I don't know.
So-
Now I'm just having like this weird image in my head of Braveheart doing a duck face shredding.
Yeah, I could see that.
Bryce, what about you? What your favorite newer band?
Recently, I'm really into Alt J. Have you
Oh
heard
yeah.
of
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Hunger
And,
of the Pine.
Yeah, Bad Sons and
Bad Sons is good.
like Bare Hands. Have you heard of them? I don't know.
I haven't heard of Bare Hands,
Like,
actually. I've heard of Bare Tooth. They're like metalcore.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. Shomo's new band from Attack Attack.
Yeah.
Brandon's a cool guy. He drums for them. We both play the same drum company.
Oh, yeah.
But I just got a new car, so I have like XM radio. So I've been just jamming all these new bands on Alt Nation. Just,
Yeah,
like,
I've been
finding a ton of new.
I've been
music.
rocking that one out too. I've noticed a few of
Sweet.
them.
Oh, we got a call. We have got a call.
Caller.
All right. Hello, caller. You're on air.
Oh, shit, I got to turn down the radio. I'm out of work. Just to be certain, is this Nick from Spokane?
Yes, sir. That is me.
Cool.
Yes, sir. What's your name, bub? Where are you calling from?
Ironically, my name is Bryce. I'm at work right now. Yeah.
Nice.
I know your pops. I used to work with him, Ed.
Oh, really?
But,
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll tell
just-
my dad you said hi.
Yeah, like, no, musically, though, man, what was the inspiration for Self-Conclusion?
Self-Conclusion. Yeah, that song was... Self-Conclusion was off the second Spill Canvas record, One Fell Swoop. It was the last track, and that was... that song, it's kind of a story song. You got, like...
Yeah,
I had
I love it.
yeah, I had written the song "The Tide" when I was like younger, and That was kind of a story song as well, and this long kind of Billy Joel-esque telling of a story, but not with piano. But it kind of, they had I don't know, I put a little bit of metaphorical stuff in it because I can relate to some of both the characters in a way. There's a girl and a guy and that whole thing, and
it's brilliant. I want it for one. And
dude,
thank you. Help me out for a lot of things too. That particular song. So thank you as an artist.
Oh man, the thanks is all on this end here, man. I appreciate you. That's the reason I would do those kind of songs too. Is some of anyone that needs that kind of help, or I was going through stuff at that time, so anyone that needs that assistance, I feel like if I can put it into a song, it's kind of like a duty almost, So I'm glad.
I was doing the whole Bon Iver thing, living in a ranch after a breakup, and that song that really was awesome.
It helped. Oh, dude, thank you. I'm glad that it could do that for you, bro.
Yeah, when you guys can be in Sioux Falls?
For
a concert.
For a concert, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
I think we just aren't able to announce it quite yet, but we are playing locally here very soon.
Cool.
We're just working out details, so just keep checking on the Facebook, and you'll be able to. I'm sure you'll get blasted with it in some form. So keep on the lookout for that.
Hopefully, put more songs out there like that too. But
definitely,
all your stuff is good. But yeah.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you for your call. Thanks so much, caller.
Yeah. There.
All right, bye. All right. We got a couple more questions for lightning round.
Okay.
And then we'll wrap it up and then play a couple more tracks. That's cool with you?
That sounds great to me.
All right. What do you think's the most underrated band of all time?
Oh man, why'd you do this to me? Underrated. Gosh, I would say, I think it's just these two guys, and I've never heard of anyone knowing them, liking them, and it's just they're from North Carolina. They're called Slow Runner. Which,
okay.
Maybe we could play a song or something.
Sure.
It's just this dude he won like the John Lennon songwriting contest when he was a kid, and which is like they do some organization that does that, and you get like studio time and stuff from the prize, and you get there's some interest from labels, but he just has done everything independently since then, and it's just phenomenal. And they broke up. They've been together for like 10 years. This dude and this other dude that just do this. It's like he's one of the best songwriters I've ever heard. I guess I forgot to tell about him when you asked me your other lightning round question.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I think that one, or like U2.
Oh wow!
I don't know. No one's ever heard of them, so.
Nickelback's quite the underdog.
Yeah,
I'd say.
Hey,
Nickelback. I mean, they're.
I've said it once. I will say it again. Those are the coolest guys you will ever party your
I forgot
face
you did
off
party with Nickelback once.
Yes,
See, I'm sure that's true.
That was.
I don't know if I could stand to be in a room with Chad Kroger.
He's a hit machine, though. You gotta give it up for that.
He's a hit machine.
I don't want to
all
hear
the wrong ways for my ears.
No, that was. Let me tell you, the best chance encounter ever in my life.
That's pretty sweet.
Bryce, what about you?
Oh, I honestly don't even know. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I've listened to so much music. I don't really know where they stand in charts
as far as the popularity. I think
better. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have any.
Coldplay.
Have you ever heard of Coldplay?
Yeah.
I do like that New Magic song. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I like that. Apparently in the UK, Coldplay is like the Nickelback to them.
I could see that. I could really see that because that's kind of. I'm sure when they first came out with Yellow or Parachutes.
People called them a Radiohead ripoff. Actually,
yeah,
I think.
I think that was it too. Which, that's a bummer.
Yeah,
because they're pretty good, but I'm kind of sick of them at this point.
Yeah,
but
it's overexposure.
It's Have you ever heard of Gwen Stefani?
Yeah,
she
has got some good stuff.
It's Hollerback Girl.
Yeah,
that's I don't know what that is, but it's pretty. It's good.
What you waiting for?
Yeah, what you.
Oh
man.
So yeah, I figure I'll play like another Shadowars track.
Yes.
And then wrap it up if that works for you.
That sounds good to me, my friend.
All right, what song should we play?
Well, let's see. I guess it probably would be best to leave on like the single.
Yeah.
Well, I do like the first track, Willow Shade.
Do you want to play Willow Shade and then wrap it up or close with Circles and Lines?
Let's do that. We'll do the first track, Willow Shade. It's Landon's favorite song on the record.
Cool.
That's about it.
Awesome. Well, here is the Willow Shade by Nick Thomas here at 94.5 KCFS. Enjoy.
Yeah.
You're listening to 94.5 KCFS, University of Sioux Falls Radio in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I'm Zach.
I'm Tanner.
I'm Nick.
I'm Bryce.
All right. And we're going to wrap up here. Shadowars just came out.
Yes. New album by this guy, Nick Thomas.
He's pretty good.
He's okay.
He's sitting to my right, ladies and gentlemen.
He's all right.
He's pretty good. It's
okay. It's okay. No, that's.
I like him.
He's okay.
It's the new record. It's called Shadowars, and it's all independent, Kickstarter funded, fan funded. So thank you, fans, if you're listening. Obviously, clearly, could not have done it without you guys. So, yeah, it's a new chapter. I'm getting ready to embark on some. There's going to be some new show updates. We got shows kind of in the works, and get back to touring. It's been maybe 3-4 years since I've toured or something. So, I'm ready to get back out there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And where are you selling it at all the stores in town?
Oh yeah, the record is at both Last Stop CD shops as well as Total Drag records, and then Ernie November sells it as well.
Yeah.
The vinyls, however, are exclusively at Total Drag for the moment. So shout out to Liz and Dan for that amazing place and having incredible shows there too.
For sure.
So yeah.
And check it out on iTunes,
Amazon, Spotify,
Raps.
Bandcamp, not Bandcamp.
I think not Bandcamp. I think iHeartRadio might have it, or radio without an A. Radio.
Awesome.
Radio.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for stopping in.
Hey, thank you,
awesome.
sir.
Thanks,
Thank you, all of you guys, for listening, and
Thanks for the callers.
Thanks, callers. All
Awesome.
of you guys.
And we're gonna close with the first single.
Let's close with it. Yeah.
Circles and Lines.
Circles and
My
Lines.
bad.
No, Jinx, you owe me
Coke.
Coke. Is there a Coke machine? Okay.
Yeah. So what's the song about? Like a cheesy little. What's the song about?
So what's the song about? Well, this song is really. It's about. It kind of is weird. It started as a love song. The lyrics were older, and I revamped some. And now it kind of it teeters on a love song. It's about that, but it definitely has a nod to kind of my struggles with with the last few years with addiction and stuff, and the straight line. There's a little pun in there. So
yeah.
The circles and lines kind of seem to be a perfect thing, perfect title for it. So it's kind of a mix of those two ideas, and I think it's definitely my favorite as far as a full band rock song on the record. And Landon and I wrote it in about like half an hour at the studio just that day. It just came
I think I
out.
was there actually.
Yeah, I think you were too. I remember doing that. I remember doing the nylon kind of guitar for the verse. I remember you were kind of there.
And Dan was messing around with pplaying Rhiannon on his guitar.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah.
So it came out really quick, and those are some of my favorites, that I've ever done. So I hope you enjoy it.
Awesome. It's probably the most Spill Canvas-esque song on the album too.
I think so too. I think that was a good reason we made it the single, so that kids that were fans of Spill Canvas, there's a nice vehicle for them to move over, transition over without alienating them,
Absolutely.
Stylistically.
For sure.
So yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. Shadowars.
Thank you.
Get it now.
Yeah.
Like now. Just go to your computer.
Go right now. Or else.
iTunes app. There's an app on your phone. I think you can buy it.
You could buy
Just
it.
get it there.
There's an app for that.
Yeah, there's an app for that.
There's an app for everything.
Yeah.
Almost.
I wish.
I have
Automatic food bringer.
Yeah,
I wish
that's
that was
exactly what I was
Actually,
gonna say.
there is one. It's called Domino's.
Yeah, you can do it. Yeah.
But it doesn't spawn.
It's not right
food
away.
Right in front of me.
It's like 20 minutes to a half hour. It's.
It doesn't 3D print food.
Well, anyways, thank you guys so much. And
Thank
here
you.
is Circles and Lines on 94.5 KCFS. Enjoy.
Yeah.